Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Now a play fake here on first down. And right away he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know, the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Godfrey on the carry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. Went up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They run the counter. Godfrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll run on first down. Mackey powering his way forward, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Eluding the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I wonder why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for Miami.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
On 1st down, Mackey, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Yeah, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight to the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Second down and goal. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just a second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all the cues coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now the throw right side taken in here to start this drive. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Godfrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Miami.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up in Nashville. Buffalo in town to take on Tennessee. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. The Bills trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. The Browns seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington football team. The Pats looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
The ball didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down now, Mackey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On second down, Godfrey. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Pulled in at the 24. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Miami set to take over.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
They'll run on first down. Godfrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 8. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Jacksonville. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Mackey, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line. One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. The throw over the middle taken in. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. He'll go underneath with it. That's complete to his running back.
And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
On third down, Mackey, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Miami, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be back home next week.